Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Becoming Relentless. I am your host, Eleanor McCabe, and I am joined by the lovely
Cecily Wesh
and Danielle Kissenberger, and we are back together, all of us.
Yes, it's been forever since I feel like we've had all three of us on.
I literally, so since I've been on like with both of y'all, I've had DMs from different people saying, I miss Cess, I miss Noah.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're coming, just wait.
Yeah, we're not gone forever. It's just like here and there.
It was weird timing.
It was really weird.
It was all sickness, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now
it was, yeah.
Well, it was sickness, and then I had it in my calendar for the wrong time.
Oh, that's right. But then Yeah. So also, like, I was born and raised in Texas, in like San Antonio, and y'all weren't. So like, that's partly why I'm not gonna jinx anything, but
you're resilient.
I feel like Texas allergies are the worst ones to exist. Like last year when I first moved down here, it was around September.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like October. I got hit hard. Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember.
I've never had allergies that like make my throat hurt. Like,
really?
I've always been like congested or like stuffy, but not like my throat never hurt from allergy.
Yeah. That's insane. Because that's all like, so I feel like there's a system. It starts with like, maybe like, I think it starts with the throat or it's the nose. And then it goes to the throat. And then it goes through different like patches. And that's how you know when it's like decreasing and increasing.
The severeness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that because I never had allergies until I moved here either. Yeah. I don't think.
Well, I would get like very slight allergies back in Washington, like around the springtime, like where my nose would be sniffly and my eyes would be red and like itchy. But the throat, they got to come from my throat.
What's the worst to y'all? Is throat the worst to you?
The throat. Well, also fatigue. I get fatigued with these allergies, which is almost worse. But like you can literally like my lymph nodes are so swollen, like they hurt to touch right now. Yeah.
I know. So that was me last week.
Yep.
And I felt really bad, but I was like, I can't. I cannot show up to the podcast, so I'm just going to sit this one out.
Be there in spirit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably should have done that, but I was like, I'm stubborn. No, I'm feeling better because I started feeling bad like last night. During my training session.
Oh, no.
I had to tap out halfway through, actually. But then, like, I went home and I literally just slept. And I slept it until, like, 9:30 this morning. And I don't normally do that, but, like,
yeah,
your girl needed some sleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I was groggy. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick myself up out of bed and I'm going to convince myself to feel better today. And, like, I took it easy. Like, I like, just worked from the house. But I still, like, moved around the house, got some things done. And I do feel like it helped me feel better.
Yeah.
It's more so like when I sit down for a little bit and I allow myself to like rest where I'm like, oh, wait, you don't feel good.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's kind of how I am too. But like sometimes I feel like it depends. If it's the allergies, I can kind of power through. But like last week, being sick, I could not power through. Yeah. Like I was just, and normally I would try to push. Like I would have been like, oh, I'll just come to the podcast. It'll be fine. Like I'll just let you guys talk. But I was like, I can't even drive my car right now.
Like sit there and don't say anything. Like breathing in the background. She's really here in spirit.
Help. Yeah. I think for me, I've just been sick so much my entire life.
It's really sick.
That I just get sick and I get sick and I get sick. I don't know what's wrong with me. I got the worst immune system known to man.
Since I've known you, you've been sick 5 times?
Maybe
6. I think this is 6.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Because your digestion is so good.
Man.
I know.
And so it's like good digestion should be like good immune system too, but somehow.
I know. And I promise I'm clean. I get my micronutrients in. I take my supplements.
She showers.
I do all the basic human things that you should do every day.
Nails.
I do cut my nails.
That's funny.
But yeah, I honestly, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I blame it on my tonsils.
You say it every time. And now, I believe you.
Yeah.
Like, ever since I was a kid, I've had these big ass, this is so gross, guys, but I have big tonsils. And they've always been like,
I'm like,
inflamed.
let me see. Open up.
Yeah. I'm not showing you right now. Not for the pod. I'm sorry, guys. You guys don't get to see that. But like they've just always, and I almost feel like because they've always been inflamed, it makes me more susceptible. Yeah. And I really wish that they would have just yanked them out when I was a kid, but they didn't. So now we're here.
Can they take them out now, or is it like a big surgery?
They really don't recommend to do it when you're like older.
I feel like that would be another.
Because another reason why they want you to from what I believe, what people were saying when I was younger, the reason why they didn't take them out is because if you take them out, your immune system could potentially become even more compromised. And so it's kind of like a trade-off. It's like, well, which one are you going to take? I wish I would have just yanked them out.
Just take
But you're here.
But I'm here. And it makes me better at being sick, I guess. It gets
Hey,
better every time.
better
at least
something.
I'm not dead.
Yes. Every single time, maybe you'll learn like little tricks, and then eventually you'll just be able to be like, oh,
yeah,
I'm feeling it, but I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and then we'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the NAC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was just gonna say vitamin C.
Yeah.
That's just because I like the tablets.
But vitamin C is great to incorporate. So like,
they are.
I guess this can kind of roll into like what we're talking about today. And that's training while being sick, and like kind of like the protocols that you put out when you're sick as a coach. Because I think that a lot of people, I don't know about you, sometimes my athletes won't tell me that they're sick until their check-in day. And they're like, I was sick this week, so I didn't do this, and all this happened. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you reach out to me and let
5
me know?
days later.
Yeah, like I can help you potentially feel better a little bit sooner if you like let me know that you're feeling sick.
And there's two things on that. For one, you shouldn't, if you're that sick, like we're not going to say go train.
No.
And we're not going to say go train the day after you feel good. Like we're going to say like rest for 2 days.
Protocols put
We want
in
you
place.
feeling like a normal human, like days in a row before you go back into the gym. Yeah.
So what would you guys say are like your general protocols? Do you have general protocols for people when they're like, I'm sick? And I know it depends on like how sick they are and like the circumstance, but just in general, what do you normally protocol out for your people?
Yeah, if they communicate with me like soon enough where they're like, I'm feeling kind of weird this morning, like they think that they're getting sick, then I'll just say, okay, no training, no cardio, get your steps outside if you can, and like nothing strenuous, but like I want them in the sunshine and still getting that light movement. So I'll just pull their activity. And then as far as food, I tell them listen to their hunger because again, like I don't want them to force feed, but I also don't want them to like starve it out. It kind of depends. And then as far as like supplements, like you guys said, vitamin C. Super important. Yeah. I'll say like 1,000 milligrams, just like right off the bat. NAC, that is huge. I'm like a huge proponent of that because that's what got me feeling really good really quick. 10,000 milligrams NAC, just right off the bat. Get it in there. Yeah.
You're gonna feel so much better.
You'll feel so much better, so much quicker. And then if you have like magnesium on hand, I would take that at night, like kind of help your body overnight as you rest. And then plenty of water, plenty of rest. I just say like focus on recovery, like don't push it. Listen to your body.
I would double up on the water, honestly. Like whatever you're doing, like get like 3 more liters in.
Yeah.
It
can't hurt. Yeah.
And I also really like to tell people to go get Gatorade Zeros just to like replenish their electrolytes. And I know that like when you're sick, a lot of things don't like taste good and it can be hard to swallow. So like kind of gives you like a little bit of incentive to like, it gets the taste buds going.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anything cold or like hot teas, honey.
Yeah.
Honey's really good. Especially, so I was in the elevator last week and there's this lady in there and this is very true what she said. Like she has a morning drink and she puts, I think 2 tablespoons of honey in it. And like, but she's done it for a year and it takes a year to year and a half to work. And I was like, you have to stay that consistent with it. But it's true. Like that's with anything. You stay so consistent and you're going to be just fine with anything. Like you can
She's like,
tackle
I did this
the world.
magic drink for a year.
Yeah.
I love that.
Now it's working.
But it's just like with anything else, like we've been hitting protocols for over a year, like with different stuff, like training over you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You just got to commit.
Yeah.
It's like put it in your morning routine.
Taking your supplements and your vitamins. Yeah. 100%.
Yep. And
what do you guys
it still
do?
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't,
sometimes those germs hit.
And you just say, oh well,
just hit you.
Yeah.
it got me.
But in terms of like when they're sick, I always tell them to update me. So I do it like basically everything that you do with the supplementation, hydrating, rest. I'd ask them to update me every single morning when they wake up. to let me know how they're feeling, so that we can adjust. I ask them to tell me like a little bit of a recap of like what food they were able to get in. And generally I tell them, you're not allowed to train until I say so. Like, do not you dare.
Don't think about it.
Do not you dare.
Do not you dare.
Do not you
Guys,
dare.
my brain.
They're gonna be like,
Do not dare set. See, brain not working right now, but it's fine, guys. Do not set foot in the gym until I tell you to. Because I think people are so gung-ho and they're like scared that they're going to lose progress if they take time away from the gym. But dude, the worst thing that you can do when you're sick is go back and train way too soon. Like that's going to be detrimental. Like you're going to make yourself worse. I've done it. Don't be me. Take your time, rest, recover.
dude, and like think about it. You take more time to recover. You're gonna like literally kill your training sessions when you get back.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Well, and like we always encourage rest and recovery regardless. Like I feel like we're really big proponents of that. And we're like, listen to your body, like your biofeedback. So when you're sick, you're actually in like your body is already fighting off this sickness. Like your body is internally training. It's in fight or flight. It's kicking all these systems in. So then if you try to train on top of that, you're actually probably going to lose muscle.
You are.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially because you can't, your body is not focused on, it's not in a state to focus on recovery. So you're going to train on top of that. And then you're also probably not eating the normal amount that you're supposed to, or you're eating the normal amount and your digestion's like, hey, now, like, I'm
What's
not focused
going on?
on,
Yeah.
It's not focused on digesting. So you're literally stacking on a lot of crap and you're just digging yourself a hole.
Yeah. You're just adding more stress to your body. Another thing that I want to note with like people getting back into the gym, like before they get back, I always ask them to get one full day of like eating in, one full day of food in before we get back to training. Because I think a lot of people when they're sick, I know I'm like this, I really struggle to hit my food. And I know that it's important to listen to your body, but if your body isn't ready to eat at least like 85 to 100% of your food the day before you want to go back and train, then you're probably actually not ready to go train.
Yeah.
Like your body's not recovered enough.
Well, it definitely isn't if it's not fueled either. Yeah, I like that you're doing that.
Yeah,
You're doing it because you've learned. Yeah. She's been there too many times.
Man.
Too many times. Like, Ceci, today it's day 4. No.
When I'm sick, I like tend to crave different foods. Do you guys too? And not like unhealthy, but in like fruits. Like I was
when I'm
like,
smoothies are big.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, fruit is so good.
Right.
I was thinking about that. So I was thinking about on the way. I was like, I would love to have a banana
Like a
smoothie
fruit
right now.
Banana.
I just love bananas. So okay,
we got a banana hater over here now.
I know.
Low key. I think I'm kind of slightly allergic to bananas.
Dude, if I had to pick one, my favorite fruit is banana.
Really?
Wow.
It makes my mouth feel like fuzzy.
Okay.
I think that's like allergic reaction. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm
Actually,
slightly
pineapple
allergic to
does that to me, but I feel
that's
like it's
so
the
sad.
enzyme.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself.
So it could be. So like nothing does that to me, but I have learned that like for apples per se, because I was like really like apples, but like I just know it's harder on my digestion to break it down.
Yeah.
So
fiber.
yeah. Well, no, the
is it the pectin in it?
Is it the
no. Well, those are all great suggestions. Those are all
You're
great.
just like, I just know it's harder on my digestion.
Well, because
You can just feel
it's like the what would you not the shell, the outside of it.
The peel?
The peel is not as
The skin.
the skin.
It's the skin.
You know what? Yes, that
Apple
part.
peel.
We're all struggling with words today.
Peel, skin, whatever it is. So, anyways, if you cook it in like coconut oil, it breaks it down more, so it's easier for your digestion to break down the food as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like cooking your veggies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Break it down a little bit for you. Chow down.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. It's a fun fact.
I was gonna try it, but I got a meal plan today, and it's not in there. Oh, that's where I got the banana topic.
She got a
'cause
meal
bananas
plan.
aren't in there.
Oh, man.
It's all good.
Well, when I was sick last week, nothing on my meal plan sounded good. Like chicken, I was like, no,
no.
no.
Yeah.
That's a big no.
Yeah. So I honestly just did fruit
Yeah.
and like protein powder.
Smoothies, yogurt. Yeah.
I was like, my body needed like the micronutrients. That's what I told myself anyways. I was like, I'm just going to get it in because like, it's all I want.
It's interesting because I do feel like your body, when you have a craving, there's a reason behind the craving. Like there's some kind of like nutritional element that I think a lot of times you're actually missing within your diet. And I remember reading about this and now I'm mad that I can't remember what it is. But like salty foods, it means that you need a certain kind of mineral. Sweet, like chocolate, like it means that you need a little bit more of this. Like it's really weird, but that's how your brain and your body works.
Does
now
I want to
go
eat pizza?
No.
Yeah.
No, because it doesn't, because you're not going to fulfill that micronutrient need by actually having those salty foods.
Right.
You need something, it's like
nutritional that actually holds vitamins for you.
Yeah.
I like that. And I agree that it does. Whatever you're craving, like your body's telling you something. I agree with that 100%. I also feel that way with just like if you don't want to eat a meal, like you really don't want to. Like say, for example, y'all have both shrimp and chicken. Like y'all have been.
Oh no, I love shrimp again now.
I know, but like in the past when you were like barfing.
Yeah, I would actually get physically sick.
Yeah. Like if you ate that, your body would literally reject it and you cause yourself an issue. Yeah. So that's part of what,
Yeah. So like I was talking to Bella and she was like, you eat eggs and chicken, you eat the baby and the mom together. And it like kind of messed me up a little bit because then I'd make my meal and I'm like, oh man, I'm like eating a family right now. Like it just like kind of like mentally like stuck with me. Yeah. So
oh my God.
For a while I was just like, I can't do that. But like to your point, I agree because me psychologically being like, I can't eat this right now. I don't want to. It makes me feel like queasy and gross. If I forced it, my body's not going to digest that well because like my mental state and my digestion, I think, are like super linked.
No,
so you know, like 100%. If you don't like something and you force it,
I think like I couldn't be more like yes. like more gung-ho,
like convinced,
amps up that your mental state and your digestion and your gut health work hand in hand so tightly. More, it's like your leg and your arm. It's more than a soulmate, bro. It's your body.
Handshake emoji.
Yes. Here we go.
Package deal.
So tiny.
Hey, wait. Okay, that was crazy. But I seriously believe it, 100%.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's also why, well, I switched a little bit off topic, but I switched to 4 meals a day because I know it's going to help my gut health. And I know for a fact that's going to help my mental health.
Yeah, I agree.
They work hand in hand. Sickness, same thing.
Yeah. When you're sick, you want to take care of your digestion. And like, even if you're craving, although when you're sick, I don't really think people crave like unhealthy foods.
No.
More like soothing foods, I would say.
Comfort foods.
Yeah.
Soup, crackers.
So when I think about comfort foods, I think about like cinnamon rolls. Because there's like diners that say comfort food. And you go in and it's like...
That's a good point.
Comfort.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get chunky food.
I just think of all the foods that my mom would make me when I was sick. What? My mom would make me soup. She'd bring me saltine crackers. Grilled cheese sandwiches.
I don't think I got sick enough because I don't remember anything I got made.
And I always got ginger ale. Ginger ale was a big one because ginger is a great thing to include wings.
Yeah, I agree. I've always wanted to have like I used to want to do this when I was getting into the like fitness world when the people make the green juices in the morning and it's like digestion.
I actually really do love green juice.
I do too. Like green juice tastes so good. Like just
the yummy ones, like
kale,
from Press Juicery.
I love kale in my smoothies. Give me that green juice.
Yeah,
but I think it's because it's like health.
It just it almost like makes you feel like you're gonna feel better because it's green.
It convinces you, even
like a very like green drink.
Yeah,
like this is just health.
You know when you consume this, everything about you is about to get elevated.
Yeah, yep. I used to really like to do spinach in my smoothie with pineapple. I like a tropical smoothie. I'm more of a tropical smoothie girl. Pineapple and then mango. And for the like liquid, I would add in like a little bit of sugar-free like juice, whatever I could find at the grocery store. Generally, like you can find something, and then lime juice. and then I'd blend it all together, and it's like this tart, sweet.
Dude, that sounds really good.
It's so good. Now I want one.
That does sound really nice.
Yeah. Oh, and I'd add collagen protein powder into it.
Yes.
That's important.
Because it was unflavored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it would like add a little thickness too.
Yes, it did.
It's nice.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm a texture girl. I like to like make my textures. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm big on texture.
Yeah.
So as far as like training when sick, just to like
get back on track.
Yeah. What do you guys go full force back in? So you said you take a day, get all your eating in, and then you'll go into the gym. How do you approach training?
RIR.
Yeah.
3 to 4 RIR and everything. No top sets, all working.
Yeah.
Making just listen to your body.
You kind of feel
Like
it out.
if there's heavy like barbell squats, like we're not gonna go balls to the wall. PR.
All right, 225. Let's go.
You're also probably gonna be weaker when you first go back.
Yeah, and I also tell my athletes, like, if your next day is supposed to be a leg day, we're not hitting legs. We're starting with an upper body day. I don't like the idea of going back from being sick straight into a leg day. I'd much rather have you hit like arms and delts.
Dang.
Even
back.
Yeah, I'm not
Which is like
every single day
sense.
for me. But like, you're not ready to hit that quite yet, in my opinion.
mentally either. Even though you're like motivated, like dude, come on.
Yeah, you got to ease your way back into it.
I'm the same way with almost. Y'all might think different in this opinion, but most of the time, personally, when I like go on vacation, which I never do, but if I take like the weekend off from training, when I come back, I won't hit a leg day first. I might hit glutes and like delts, but I won't go balls to wall legs because I know if I give myself an extra day, like this is my day to like get back to the gym. If I give myself that day and then I go hit legs on the next day, it's going to be so much better. Connection, everything.
Yeah.
I like that. Kind of like warms you up into it.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I like that. I didn't do what we're talking about because I did hit a leg day, my first like day back in the gym, but I'd taken like 5 days off from training and I'd also taken like, I would say like I was good to go Friday, but I didn't train till Sunday.
Yep.
So I feel like I took an extended like just to make sure.
That's good.
And then same thing, like I did the leg day, but I didn't go balls to the wall. Like I kind of held back in most of the lifts just to make sure. And then I actually hit glutes with Jill the very next day. And she was just like, I've never seen you train like this. I was like, I missed this so much. Like being sick and then getting back into it, the fire is
it's lit.
But giving yourself that one day to like warm up, even though you're still training hard, it just allows the body to perform
I think
better.
it helps a ton.
It mentally primes you.
But I like the upper body. I'm going to do that. If there's a next time, I'm going to do it next time.
Yeah.
Warm up with a little upper body.
And if anything, if you're feeling super like gross, fatigued, go home, tell your coach.
Yeah.
Drink some
don't
water.
wait to the check-in.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
And I always, with my people, when they're sick, I'm like on them. Because I'm like I want an update every single day every single morning. And then the first day back after training, I want to recap of how it went, how you feel. And the next morning, I want to recap of how you're feeling.
Yeah.
I just want to know it all.
Do you ask them to like check their heart rate, their blood glucose, like that kind of stuff? Or are you just kind of going off?
I'm going off of like
how they feel.
feel. Yeah. But that it would be also very interesting to collect as well.
Yeah, I would do that depending on what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's allergies.
Also, allergies is a little bit different because I do think that like there's some sicknesses where you can probably push through a little bit.
It depends too.
It really
where you're
just
at.
depends
like,
on where you are.
If you're in a prep setting, you get sick, like your insulin's already low. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your BG's number probably like it's gonna drop even more. I would say if you're like in a different, if you're a lifestyle athlete, you kind of like intuitive eating days, like whatnot, like it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah.
The recovery component. Because you have more body fat on you, so the fatigue's gonna be a little bit different in terms of how much stored body fat's in your body. Sorry.
No, you're good. I wanted you to finish your sentence, but I thought of a question. So if somebody was in a contest prep and they were close to show and they got sick, what would you guys recommend? Would you pull back the show? Would you see?
Yeah. How close and how sick?
It depends on the individual.
So it depends.
Yeah.
And what they look like.
Yeah.
Let's say they're like 6 weeks out and you had them scheduled to be ready on time for that show date and then they get sick.
Well, first of all, me as a coach, you messed up. You should have had them ready before that show day.
But shit happens.
Yeah, I know.
That true. Very true.
It honestly depends what the sickness is, how long they take to recover. If they can win the show, or if it's just like okay, we're getting a top 5. On the athlete in those ways.
Yeah, it would really just depend on like what kind of sickness they have. For me, we would probably more than likely rest, just because I would just. Because we still have 6 weeks. You can do a lot in 6 weeks.
No, yeah.
You still have a fuck ton of time.
Yeah.
Even if you are like just on time, you can push them harder if you let them rest, get better before you continue to push. So I would probably just have them rest and take the rest, pull food back a little bit during the rest period, and then see them, make sure that they're ready for the push for the next 5 weeks after recovering. I
would rest too. I was saying I would assess like everything that I would assess would be if we're actually going to do the show or not. But I would definitely take the athlete to rest. Like that's 100%. You're not going to train if you're sick.
Yeah.
No matter if you're in prep or not.
Yeah. Is there ever a time and place where you would be like, let's say that they're just feeling like a little bit weird. They're like, I don't know. I had a headache and my throat was kind of sore. And like, is there ever...
Depending on the athlete, I might have them pull out either training or cardio, depending on what we need in the moment, but keep maybe one of them in and see how they feel.
Yeah.
Or like have them hit their cardio session. Like if they woke up in the morning and they're feeling a bit off, hit like a lower intensity cardio session. Let me know how you're feeling, and then we're going to make the game plan from there.
Yeah. It is kind of a case by case. Like it's really hard to like generalize that stuff, but
honestly, like just in any kind of prep scenario, you just have to be willing to like pivot.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things. I know.
Pivot.
There's just so many things that can happen, and you just have to be ready to roll with the punches.
Yeah. Everyone expects a prep to be so smooth.
Oh god,
like, dude,
not.
Prep is life.
You never know. Yeah.
Life throws curveballs every freaking day. So
I've had really smooth preps, and I've had some really not smooth preps as a coach, and it really just
depends.
It depends. There's this one athlete that I have, and we're actually going to compete this year.
Hey.
We're going to shoot him for an August show. But she was one of the people that I put on stage my very first years of coaching down in Tampa. I think she got second in her class, which I'm really happy about that because it was a big competitive show. Yeah. But during that prep, she moved 3 times across the country. She moved to Tampa, to California, and then back to Tampa.
Oh my gosh.
And let me tell you, that was stressful as a coach, trying to figure out like, oh my God, how are we going to do this? Like you were traveling across the country. She had 2 little girls. And
did she drive?
Yeah, she drove.
I remember you
some
talking
of the
about
class.
this.
Yeah. It was wild. So you just have to be ready for anything.
Yeah. And stay prepared. And honestly, you have to be ready as an athlete, but leave the stress up to the coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't just say like, you can't question the protocols. You can ask questions about them, like, why are they doing this? But not like, I feel like I should do this. Listen to the coach. Yeah. We got you.
Yeah, that's actually a huge point. And like, especially if you're sick and you're telling your coach and your coach is telling you to rest.
You better fucking rest.
You better, don't second guess, especially in a contest prep because I've found like I'm type A. I know my competitors are a little bit type A. They're a little more neurotic. It's like, listen, just don't stress about it.
Yeah.
Just listen to what I'm telling you. Enjoy the rest.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's huge. That's a great point. Don't like undermine and like, I guess not trust your protocols. Like,
if you're not trusting the protocols, then you're not following them all the way. And that's just facts. Like you're going to cheat in something.
Yeah.
Whether that's like doing more, like, and that's not, some people don't view that as cheating, but it's not following it to a T.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to touch on for like training when sick?
I think we hit a lot of it.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to say, like, don't worry. The progress isn't going to be lost.
Oh, no.
Just do your best. Know that if you take the time, you're going to feel way better. You're going to get way better. And just don't go back too soon.
Yeah. A lot of people think their progress is going to be lost. And that's the last thing that's going to happen.
The progress is going to be lost if you
go back into the gym too early. Mostly because you're just going to probably like hurt yourself.
you're going to dig that recovery hole deeper. You're probably going to lose gains instead of make any. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I just remembered. So I wanted at the beginning of the podcast, I wanted to ask you guys what was something you were proud of or a win from this week, but we dived right in. So to wrap up the podcast, I'm going to open the floor. What is something that you're proud of from this week or a win from this week?
Ding.
Ding.
All right. What's today? Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
2/22.
Something I'm proud of. Well, something I'm changing that I'm proud of that I'm about to do. So I've been doing a lot of my planning in my head for my week, which is, I know, horrendous. But it's like, dude, day's so spontaneous that it's like, all right, I'll remember this. And I do remember it, but now I'm planning like actually time blocking things out, which I'm proud of that. That's a win that I'm going to do once my calendar comes in. So for now,
are you gonna write it?
You got this. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna write it down? I love that.
Write everything
it's gonna
down.
be so cute.
Yeah.
You should get like. Do you have like a big one for like your apartment?
Nah.
No, just like a little calendar.
I've thought about doing that too.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make my place super like inspirational. So I wake up and I'm like, yes, I'm good, bro. Yeah. But for now it's just like a journal of like it says like 1 a.m. to whatever time.
Okay.
And so each time like
it's like a time blocker.
Yeah, which I need, dude. I need a time blocker.
I love that a lot.
Yeah. Seth's birthday was this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
So happy late birthday, Seth.
Thank you.
Yeah. Honestly, the win was just seeing her so happy. Yeah, and shuffling.
Yeah.
And shuffling.
Yeah. Did you shuffle at the show?
Oh no.
No.
I shuffled. Did I shuffle at the show?
No,
no, I didn't shuffle at the show.
I did. I shuffled for you.
You did shuffle for me. Yeah. I shuffled before with Danielle.
She's getting good.
Yeah. I wore like 6-inch platform heels.
If she were shuffling at the show with those, I'd be like,
so I would be
tired.
Yeah. Yeah. I need some more time before I'm ready to do that.
Almost there.
But my win, what I'm proud of, I guess it would be. I think we already shared this on the last one, but like I'm with Pivot now.
Yeah, that's
and I'm
huge.
really excited. I'm super excited to work alongside Brandon. It means a ton to be brought on just because he's like a part of like the circle. He's like a part of the family. And so for him to want to work with me means a ton. And I just know that this is going to go so far and we're going to be able to impact so many people. I'm just really excited because I know that this thing's going to get huge.
Yeah.
I have another win, but before I say it, and I've seen like Justin even talked about it to me. He was like, there's change happening within like bringing Seth on was like huge. So we've talked about it's
you guys are just so aligned. Like you aligning with Pivot and like working with them. It's such a perfect match. Yeah. Like when that announcement came out, I was like, oh my God.
I know.
Like it was perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
It just came out of the blue too, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yes. That's freaking funny.
Yeah.
No, you deserve
Very
it though.
exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
The world's proud of you. Your followers, your fans.
Your friends.
Yes.
All right. So this is actually my biggest win.
Yes.
And I had a breakthrough the night of your birthday.
Oh.
So I was thinking about it. I was like, just, like you just have mental thoughts, and I was like assessing myself. And I was like, for the longest time, like I've always wanted to be like independent, which I was independent, but I also wasn't. I would like lean on you a lot. I'd lean on other people. Like I let other people dictate my time and day. And now I can say everything I wanted to be 4 or 5 months ago, I am today.
Yeah.
And like it's hard to like you don't realize that until you really just don't realize that because we're always looking at the person we're becoming. But yeah, that was a big win.
I love that.
Yeah. That is super cool. Yeah. Like that's a big one. That's a big breakthrough.
Thanks.
Yay.
I will say like when we think about 5 months ago when I pictured who I am right now, life was a little different. Like it wasn't like structured the way that it is, But like when you look at yourself, like when I assess who I am, like I was like, okay. Yeah, like that's like this is who I want to be.
Yeah,
like I'm proud to be D, and not like think about like like I'm not this or I'm not that or I don't have this XYZ.
Like constantly trying to work towards.
Yeah, like or looking at other people and be like someday I'll like look like that or XYZ. I know,
being the best D.
Yeah.
Best D you can be.
I love that, which is great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's a big one.
But I want to hear yours, Noah.
Yeah, I want to hear yours.
Oh my gosh. It's hard. I think last week being sick and then kind of stepping back from everything, normally that would have stressed me out a ton. So I guess a win is that I just kind of let go. Like I was like, okay, I'm sick. I'm not feeling well. I'm going to take the day off from work.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to sleep. I'm going to communicate with my people, let them know, hey, like I'm not feeling well. So you're not going to hear from me today.
Yeah.
Because normally I try to be very present with like everybody and like connect. And so that was a win. And then also your birthday, when we went out to dinner, because I do get a free meal like every week. So I celebrated Valentine's Day with Zach. That was my free meal. But then I was like, it's Cecily's birthday. And like, I was like, I just want to be present with everyone, not worry about it, like not be stressed. And I kind of knew, like, I was like, I haven't eaten really because I've been sick.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been hitting my food. So I was like, I think there's leeway here.
Yeah.
And like in the past, that also would have stressed me like the F out. Like I would have been like, no, I can't. Like I have to be 100%. But I'm like finding the quote unquote balance, like that works for me. And so that felt really good.
That's
like,
incredible.
Really
that's a huge win. Because when we first started this podcast, we talked about how like you were struggling with how everything needed to be perfect.
Yeah.
And like, dude, look at you now.
Yeah. It was crazy.
That's a huge win.
It felt really good.
Yay.
And I didn't realize it till later. Yeah. Because like that's so how like not food focused and stressed about food that I am now, which is really nice. It's like the freedom of just enjoying my time, having like great memories with you guys, eating good food, and then like moving on.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah. So I was proud of that.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's really cool. That's a big win.
Yeah, that's
huge. It was. It felt good. And like it's a large part because of you guys. Like my environment and like how you guys have modeled like just the way that you act when you're on prep or like improvement season and like food and being around friends. Like it's just been a big impact. So
I want to touch on that though, because like I struggled with it too before I met Cess. Like in an off-season phase, like everything had to be perfect. Like I wouldn't eat, like I'd be like, no, it's not my free meal, so I can't have Chipotle, which you can totally track. Like you can have things like that, and still progress. Like you're just because like you don't measure your grain of rice at home, but instead you get it from Chipotle and it looks
and it's
pretty similar. You're okay.
Yeah.
Like you're going to progress and survive and you still are an incredible elite athlete.
Yeah.
Yes. It also ties back to what you said earlier about like your psychological stress and like being stressed about it affecting your digestion. Because if you're stressed about the meal you're about to have because you're like, I'm not perfect, and that's stressing you out, then like obviously it's not going to digest well. Yeah. And then you're going to, and then it compounds because then you feel shitty and then you feel even worse about yourself. But like having that stress removed and being able to just enjoy it, such a game changer.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, the best part about all of that is that like with my check-ins, like I was a little nervous and I tell Justin everything. Like I was like, I had 2 free meals last week, whatever. He was like, you look great. Let's pull cardio this week. Yeah. And I was like, really?
Hell yeah.
You're like,
a cardio break.
How about 2 free meals every week?
I was like, okay.
Let's keep this going.
Yeah, I was like, I must be looking pretty good. I got more cardio. But awesome. It's like, to me, like if I would have been so stressed, I just think it would have gone differently. And so.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%.
You receive the energy you put out basically at the end of the day.
And I will say too, if meal timing, like on the topic before this, I used to be that person like that would track everything at home, and I rather eat out in a timely manner when I'm hungry than like say no, I can't eat until I get home, which is like super late, close to bed. Now I'm like behind on meals, crushing 2 meals at once. Like, dude, no. Your digestion's literally cursing at you.
Like,
and you're pissed off too because you could have had Chipotle and now you're at home having yogurt, chicken, and whatever else.
Yeah. It's been such a nice change. And it's just like another example of how you guys have impacted positively. So
I'm glad.
We do it for each other.
Yeah.
Girl gang.
Fist
bump. Across the table.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost there. You got it.
All right. Well,
that was good. We had a lot.
We've touched on a lot in this one. Yeah.
We just kind of keep going. Whatever's on our mind, we're shooting it at you. You ready to catch it?
Exactly. There's a lot of wisdom. Just like
I want to leave them with something though.
Heck yeah.
If you listen to this and you feel impacted, I want you to write be relentless on a sticky note, put it on your mirror and take a picture of it and tag us in it.
Yes. Yeah. Someone did that this past week and that was awesome. So I want to see it again.
Let's keep impacting. And like you're impacting other people if you're listening to this. Like every day, anything you say, it's impacting someone.
Yep. Go out, be kind, and thank you guys for listening.
Yes, we love you.
All the loves.
Peace. Bye.
Bye.
I hope y'all really enjoyed the podcast today, leaving it feeling more relentless than ever. But we have a few things that we would love to ask of you, so I'm going to give this over to Noah.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you could, I know that this is your new favorite podcast. Please leave a 5-star rating and review. Leave any comments and questions below. And make sure that you're sharing across social media so that all of your friends get to listen to the greatest podcast on earth.
And if you have any questions about any topics that we talk about or anything at all, fitness, competing related, anything, we'll hit you back up, Instagram or in the podcast under, if the comment box is there, then we will definitely answer your questions and help you out as best as we can.
Absolutely. So leave those 5-star reviews, let us know, and we'll talk to y'all again soon.
Have a relentless day.
Bye.